You are listening to the Artist King Podcast.
Welcome to the Artist King Podcast, number 33. I am your host, DTM. Welcome to the first Artist King Podcast of 2015, and I want to wish you a successful new year. In the new year, the mission of Artist King is still committed to empowering the artist entrepreneurs through education, community coaching, and connections. And to start off the year, this week we have the student engagement specialist, Mr. E The Motivator. His mission is to encourage our youth's education with entertainment and motivation. Motivation is in his name. Artists also need motivation, especially when it comes to the art business. Mr. E will share some tips on how to stay motivated and avoid those tough times when the passion and creativity seem to disappear. You can check out more of Mr. E's community work online at www.mrethemotivator.com. Also follow him on Instagram, Facebook, Flipboard, SoundCloud, and YouTube. He also holds a weekly podcast on Spreaker.com. Now on to our interview with Mr. E The Motivator. Happy New Year, Mr. E. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, nice that you could come through. Tell the world and our listeners and Artist King what your name is, where you from.
Happy New Year, everybody. My name is Mr. E The Motivator. I am from originally East Atlanta. This area, born and raised, Gresham Road, Boulder Crest, Clifton Springs, the whole 9 yards. Went to Meadowview Elementary, McNair Junior High School, McNair Senior High School, and this is home, so it's always good to be back.
All right. Yeah. Well, we're in Decatur, kind of, something like
East
that.
Atlanta. We are still in the city of. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, we're still in the city of Atlanta, but it's like unincorporated DeKalb.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I just live here.
Yeah.
I'm from East LA.
It's a connection.
It's still from the East. That's right. So tell our Artist King podcast listeners, what do you do and what's Mr. E The Motivator about?
Mr. E The Motivator, I am a student engagement specialist. And this means that I provide motivation for students, motivation for parents, motivation for teachers, and professional development for teachers. And it's all about inspiring and getting people to tap into their innate abilities so that they can be better for themselves and each other. I'm a huge proponent of education, and I want to make sure that everyone is doing whatever they can do so that they can be the best person they can possibly be.
Awesome. And how'd that get going? What got you into that?
Yeah, it's interesting. This whole thing started from actually music.
Okay.
I was working in the school. The school's now closed. It was Peach Crest Elementary.
All right.
It's over off of Glenwood, not too far from here. And a principal that I was working for, Dr. Mark Boston, he played a song. It was like some kids rapping about the CRCT, which is the state test.
Okay.
But the thing was, you couldn't understand the word they were saying.
It
was a bad quality song. It was like, and so I was like, I had an idea to do something like that. I had a PlayStation headset with the microphone thing. It was USB. I had downloaded some music software from LimeWire. You remember LimeWire from back in the day?
Yes.
And I got some instrumentals, and I got T.I.'s "You Don't Know Me" instrumental. That was the first song that I did. So it was like, you got to study all week to pass the CRCT. Have a decent chance to sleep to pass the CRCT. And so I did the song. It was like maybe, 2 minutes long? Kids loved it. The principal loved it. He loved it so much he started sharing it with other principals. And after that, he asked me to do some more. So I did maybe 2 or 3 or 4 more. He shared it with other principals. Then other principals started asking me to do these songs. So I did a couple of songs, and then a principal paid me. He's like, let me give you $25 for the song. All right, bet. So what happened, that year was good. That next year, I moved with him to another school. But early in the year, I got another job, and I moved to a different school system. I was a graduation coach. And so spring came around again, feeling good. I'm making the songs over again. And I sent them around to my school, and the media specialist sent them around to every media specialist in the state of Georgia.
Wow.
And so now I'm getting emails and responses back from all around the state. Then it started going into, well, can you come to our school and perform the songs?
Okay.
It's like, yeah, sure. So we'll give you $200, give you $300. Then I got a call from, what's the name of the school? It's in Franklin County, Livonia Elementary School. Mm-hmm. He called me up. He said, we want to bring you up here, man. We like what you're doing. He said, how much would it cost? I was like, $100. He was like, no, you don't know how far you're coming.
Whoa.
So he said, well, we could do $500.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, that's great. And so I figure if I'm going to make $500, I need to have something to talk about and not just go up there and sing a couple of songs. So I crafted a little message, and I did it there and then other schools, and that was in 2006. And every year it's just grown, and now we just have a performance. It's live, it's energetic, it's engaging. You know, we got kids, we got pictures, we're doing videos. I got teachers up dancing and stuff, and it's just a wonderful time we have.
Wow. I've seen your videos online because I'm not in school anymore.
That's right.
So I can't, but it's awesome, man.
You must have just graduated. You just graduated, right?
Yeah. I just left middle school.
That's right.
Too late. But yeah, that looks good. And the kids look like they have fun.
Oh, yeah, man. I think it's the engagement part that gets them, you know, because people come in all the time and they either have a great message or they do something fun or they entertain. It's one of those three. But the good thing about my presentations, from what I've heard, is that I bring all three of those elements into the performance. Yeah. And, you know, it doesn't matter if it's elementary, if it's middle school, if it's high school, even with college students. I had the opportunity to speak to a couple of colleges, and it's the same type of energy, the same type of emotion, man. Yeah. And we just have a good time.
And you make them learn at the same time.
That's right.
And get motivated to want to learn.
Yeah, it's edutainment.
Make education entertaining and something they want to do.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Tricking kids.
That's it.
For the good stuff.
It's about mind control.
That's right.
If I can entertain you, I can teach you.
That's
and so I'm going to reel you in with some fun stuff, and then I'm going to lock some things into your brain. I'm going to wrap it around with some engagement, and I'm going to send you out with a big smile on your face. And what happens is, you know, I get feedback from teachers, and, you know, they're saying things like, you know, kids are still in the hallway talking about your bullying techniques, and they're still doing this and doing that and the other. And it's like, that's great. That was what you asked me to come there to do, and I'm glad that it's actually happening.
And in your message, you do have techniques and methods on how to overcome certain situations.
Yes,
not just some abstract.
Right. Yeah.
Ideas.
Because you have to understand, my background is in education. Right. I'm a school counselor, and I've been in education for 12 years. I worked in elementary, worked in middle, worked in high school. So I've seen and I understand every situation there. So everything that I bring to the table is relevant to what's going on in schools.
And it's real life. So you've seen it, you experienced it, and found a way to figure things out.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. We're going to take a break for a second.
Yeah.
We're going to come back, and I want you to tell us about how you even got to education. What is it that got you into that wanting to teach and interact with kids? And then and move on to more stuff.
Absolutely.
All right? We'll be right back. Artist King here with Mr. E The Motivator.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Peace.
For 2015, Artist King and Lucom.com are sponsoring a limited number of websites for artists at a significantly reduced price. This offer is only open to artists who currently do not have a website. Check out denominatorgraphics.com and click on the specials tab to find out more about it. First come, first serve, so go there now and submit your info to be considered. Once again, that's www.denominatorgraphics.com. This is DTM, Artist King podcast. That's right, it's on.
Okay.
We're back on.
That's right.
We're rolling, and with Mr. E The Motivator. So please, like I was saying before the break, tell us a little bit about how that path in the education field started.
It's interesting, man, because I went to college. I went to undergrad for business management.
Okay.
And so when I was in school, I didn't do the necessary college things. Like, I didn't intern every year. I just kind of went to school. I was in a band, so I went to practice, went to school, and I thought that was going to be good enough, and that's not the way to do it, especially if you're in a field like business management. So I graduate, I get home, and there are no jobs because everybody that's competing in that field, they've been interning with companies every summer and every fall, and they built a rapport, and here I am with just a guy with a okay GPA that nobody's gonna want me like that. So
partied a lot in college.
Yeah. Oh, I had a great time. Had a great time. But so I started putting my resumes out anywhere, and of course I got a call in from schools. The first middle school was Chapel Hill Middle School, and they called me in and need somebody to run ISS.
Okay.
So I ran ISS, and that was a great way to be introduced into the field of education. And from there, I went from doing ISS to working with special ed. I took off for maybe 8 months. I worked with a builder who was building houses, did like some operations for them. But then I was called back. So I was parapro at this school, and I went to APS. And then that's when I came to the cab again after that year. Like, I've never had like extremely long stints, like 4 and 5 years. It's always been like 2 years, and I go because it's, as a paraprofessional, I had a growing family. I'm trying to find where the money is. I'm trying to go and get it.
So you're finding other positions in other places?
Positions, yeah, that pay a little bit better. So when the opportunity for a graduation coach came, I did that, and I did that for 2 years. And then when that fund ended, I became a parent liaison, and that's when me and my wife, because my wife, she had just finished her third degree. She's a genius. She's brilliant. But she was like, okay, it's time for you to go to grad school.
Sending you to school.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's time for me to go because we both can't be in school because we had the kids and we're trying to balance it out. Who's doing homework when? But I went ahead and went in, and so I got my master's in school counseling.
Okay.
And as soon as I graduated and as soon as I got my certification, I got a job. No interview, no anything, but it was because I planted those seeds with different schools and different people that once they saw that I had it, they wanted to bring me out to the school. And so from there, I was a high school counselor, and then I went to the middle school. Okay. So that was my last position.
So what's the mission of the high school counselor or the school counselor?
Well, it varies at the different levels. You have your guidance part where you're working with building social and emotional skills. You're helping give them soft skills to be successful in school, and you're trying to prepare them or introduce them to job opportunities. So those are kind of your three strands. You can do it in different ways by bringing people in, doing classroom guidance, having groups and things like that. But in elementary, you basically want to help kids be able to identify different positions. So your career days look like, I'm a policeman, I'm a doctor, this is kind of what we do. In middle school, you want to have kids be able to explore what those fields look like. So you'll see more from career days then. It's more of what are some things that I like and what fields would they match with, right? So if I like art, right? If I like to draw or whatnot, these are some fields that I could do, I could do well in art. And so when you get to high school, it's all about preparing you for those positions that fit what you've identified, fit the things that you like, and that you found that you can probably find a direction in.
Gotcha.
From the career part. Of course, with the social and emotional part, there's, always the bullying side, the friendship side, the kindness, the how to work well in school, and it's just all those things wrapped into one.
Got it.
And
I didn't take advantage of my counselor.
Yeah, it's good that the counselor profession has grown some because I don't even remember who my counselor was. The one thing I remember was when I was about to graduate high school, and you have to have a meeting with the counselor at the end of the year. And I came in, I went to her office, and she kind of looked at my transcripts, and she said, you probably need to go to the Army. I'm like, no.
What?
I said, no, I'm going to Alabama A&M. I've already been accepted, and here's my scholarship information. Yeah. And she was like, oh, okay then. I was like, all right, peace. I'm out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in 4 years.
Right.
Don't need to see you anymore.
Right. Well, I saw my counselor a few times. I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And I would be in the principal's office all the time, hanging out. And I got so good at
Or you say you